I would definitely have to say that one of the groups of the characters in Star Wars Episode 9 that I'm really looking forward to seeing are, of course, the Knights of Ren, a group of characters that we only got to see a glimpse of in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing I will say that I'm really intrigued about with this movie is, of course, the Knights of Ren and their role in the film. Now, we do know that they will be a significant part of this story, and that J.J. Abrams will also have a lot of surprising moments for the Knights in Episode 9 that'll actually connect to moments before the events of the sequel trilogy. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. One of which has all to do with the Knights of Ren. Specifically, one of the descriptions going over the Knights of Ren with Kylo Ren in front of all of them, surrounded by rubble, and also dead stormtroopers and resistance fighters. It's described that one of the knights holds a big secret in the story, and that one of the 6 knights was Luke's disciple before Luke brought in Ben Solo to his training temple. It's said to be one of the events in the film that will cause conflict between Kylo and the knights that has a massive effect on the actual Star Wars film for many of the characters. Another description goes over Kylo Ren kneeling down to an injured Jedi in front of Luke's burning temple, in which the sequence is described as Ben turns Luke's disciple. The character is said to be very well trained and force sensitive and is described as a male. So I really want to go over a couple of parts about this that are really piquing my interest about this movie when it comes to, of course, all of the events that take place in between the originals and the sequels, right? It's a real mysterious part and a mysterious timeline of the Star Wars franchise. So the Knights of Ren, we do know that these characters are going to be very strong in this movie and will be sticking around with Kylo from start to finish of the movie, which I honestly think is great. They're going to be used, by the way, in a lot of the promo material, a lot of the artwork and the posters, etc. So expect to see a lot of that. As far as this one Knight of Ren goes, and how he has this huge connection to Luke Skywalker, it's described that one of the knights in Episode 9 is actually connected to the character of Luke and was once Luke's disciple before Luke Skywalker brought in Ben Solo as his true apprentice, if you will. So the thing here is this: when I look at everything for, Episode 9 and what J.J. Abrams is trying to do here, we do know that not only is he trying to connect it to the prequel trilogy, but he also wants to explore the past of some of the characters like Kylo, Luke, Rey, Mara, and the Knights, etc. All these main characters coming into play here in this movie. And it has been said that a lot of these characters will have revelations in this film. So to make one of the characters prominent within the Knights of Ren group, I think is a great idea, and how one of them are connected to the character of Luke. Now, initially, I was going to say maybe it's the character of Mara, codenamed Mara, being portrayed by Kerry Russell, but it's described as a male. So could this very well be Matt Smith's character in Episode 9? After all, it is said that he will be playing a key role in this movie, and has been seen on set with a lightsaber that actually has a red blade. So with that being said, alright, it's still possible that there could be, in fact, 2 Knights of Ren that were very close to the character of Luke, and maybe one of the other knights is actually indeed Kerry Russell's character codenamed Mara. It's very intriguing. We never really got to see, an actual apprentice, or should I say Padawan, of Luke Skywalker besides Ben Solo. Who was before him? It would kind of create a parallel too. We do know that Snoke once had an apprentice before Kylo, as well did Luke. So that you can see the parallels between both Luke and Snoke as masters, as well as Kylo and this mysterious, very mysterious character as having parallels to both being, masters and apprentices and Padawans. So with that being said, guys, I gotta say, the Knights of Ren, very interesting group of characters. I cannot wait to see these guys on screen, or girls, whatever it's going to be mixed between. Whatever they're going to do with these characters, I think that what they're trying to do is they're really trying to expand all of the different action scenes that are coming our way in this movie. Now, these characters, most likely, in my opinion, are going to be Luke's ex-Jedi students. There's a lot of hints here and there One of which is because a number of the Knights of Ren are indeed Force sensitive, including this one individual that was Luke's actual disciple in, of course, the events before The Force Awakens. So you can see what they're trying to do when it comes to all of the different connections to Luke Skywalker. Sure, Luke may not be a very big main character in this movie, but he's also going to have a lot of connections and references made in the film that'll make it feel like he's looming in the background, which I honestly think is at the very least, good than that's what Disney and Lucasfilm could really do. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. From nights in the